Hello everyone, I'm Joanne. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to make this absolutely beautiful card with the Autumn Wonder set from Spellbinders. I absolutely love this. This goes with the envelope of Wonder. To get the envelope, you have to order the envelope of Wonder, but this is an add on the Autumn, and I love these mushrooms, the leaves. I love everything about the Autumn collection. But this hot foil plate right here is the Glimmer Monoline Stars, and it is in a Christmas collection, but I used it as a geometric background for this card, and I hope you enjoy putting this together with me. I also used my wonderful, as I love these, I absolutely love these sentiments right here. They're from the Hexi-Gem, and I will show you how I did that. And here are my other ones. I made the entire thing. This is in like a dark green. It's actually a Stampin' Up! Color, Mossy Meadow, but it foiled beautifully, as you can see. And then I went ahead and made the negative foil out of it, because why not? And here they all are also, you know, so you get like 2 for 1. We're going to do negative foil with this right here. It comes out so pretty. Look at that, where the gold, the white is kind of sitting on top of the gold. So that is really nice. Now, I am an affiliate, so if you do place an order by clicking a link below, I do receive a small commission, but that's at no cost to you. And thank you so much, everyone, for ordering. I appreciate you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and start with some foiling. So I have my piece of paper here. I like to use Hammermill cardstock. I've already cut my foil, and when I did this, because I'm going to cut it back, this piece is 5.5 by 4.25, but when I did it, this got a little bit off, okay? So I do want to attempt to hinge this somehow, and I haven't even practiced doing this off camera. So you always do pretty to pretty, right? Pretty side to pretty side. And then, see, when I put the paper on, it scooched, okay? And that's what I did not want. So let's see. Let's see. I have to think about this just a second. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to put my paper right here. I'm going to get some Best Ever Craft tape, and I'm going to tape this down the best I can. The plate is oversized, which makes it nice, you know, because it will run off of the edges, which is fantastic. It fills up the entire piece of paper. And this, like I said, is a full card front at the 5.5 by 4.25. Now, I want pretty to pretty, so I'm just going to flip this paper back, kind of doing this the opposite way, right, than I usually do. But when that got off a little bit, I was like, all right, what am I going to do? And the plate is heavy, you know, to flip it around and do it the other way. So I thought, let me attempt to put it on this way. Just because, there we go. I think I'm good. Just gonna take your time when you set this up. Just take your time whenever you do anything with foil. Just take your time. There we go. I like it. I'm going to put another piece of tape on the bottom. And I'm just going to let it kind of tape to the foil right there, just to hold it in place. Okay, so we are pretty side to pretty side, and I have my paper right there. Okay, I will be back in just a minute when all of my lights go green, and we'll go ahead and do this together. Okay, all 3 of my lights are on. We're ready to roll it through the die cutting machine. I'll undock. We're only going to roll through one time. This is not the solid hot foil plate. That one, you know, I like to run back and forth. But I'm rolling through slowly so it does transfer. There we go. Okay, wow. Let me move this out of the way. And let me bring my silicone mat in, and I'm just going to put that right there. And Let's see what, whoa, it came out great. Wow. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, look at how nice and straight that came. That's perfect for the full front of the card. Wow. Take it easy with this tape is new. See, it's ripping the paper. I hate that. But it's the back, luckily. But the tape is brand new. It just stuck right to it. And I'm sure that the heat didn't help, right? But that's okay. You can't see it on the front. So see, even though they say, now this side is not marring, but the top did. Okay, so there. But, oh, look! It came out beautifully. Oh my goodness, isn't that gorgeous? Okay, now, you can do any kind of a Christmas background on here, but I thought it would just be fun to flip it up a little bit and get it to, you know, just be a little fall with some geometric shape in the back. Now what I'm going to do, let's see, is to get my solid hot foil plate right here. Well, actually, let's go ahead and do some sentiments. Let's do the sentiments. This comes from, let me find them. Here they are. The Hexi-Gem sentiments right here. And it has all of these, and then it had the die. That is what sold me on this set because I love it when it has the dies. Now, but with this, I learned that you have to make sure your foil, when you cut it, you want it to cut the entire banner, right? So you have to make sure that your foil is just not the size of the words. The foil has to be the size of the banner, okay, for this to come out right. I've learned that. Okay, so we're heating up here, and then we're gonna do the pretty side. Oh, here we go. My light's on. So the pretty side up, okay, to the pretty side of the foil. And I'm doing it this way, vertical, because then I don't go through so many speed bumps as I put it through the die cutting machine. We, of course, don't need that. I'm going to put my paper right here. And now my two shims, the greenish colored one first, the thin shim, and then the spacer pad. Press my timer. That timer takes about a minute, a full 60 seconds. And let's see, let me clean this up a little. Oh, wow, wait till you see. We're going to hot foil that in just a second. How much fun. We have to die cut those. And then I absolutely hate to cut that down, guys. I have to say. See, I cut this one down because see how it got off. You could tell. But the card itself, when you see it on here, it really doesn't matter because it's geometric and it just did not matter. But I so totally love that this one came out so perfect. Where's my card front? Let's see. Here we go. Oh, I might just have to use the entire thing. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Give me a second to think about that. So you know, sometimes when we do things together, I do change it up a little bit, which is fun. Let me move in the die cutting machine, and my light is ready to go here. And I'm just going to roll it through one time. See what we get here. Ooh, that looks good. Now, see what I'm saying? Well, okay. Let me say this. I think when I just spoke, I misspoke. The paper has to be big enough when you cut it to take the banner, okay? It's not the foil, okay? It is the paper that has to be large enough. So if you cut the foil to this size, you're going to have to cut paper larger so that it takes the banner. I'm sorry, I got that backwards. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, I said that wrong. The paper has to be the size, big enough for the sentiments. Okay, so now this is going to heat up, and I'm going to use my solid plate, which I love. You always see me use it. And again, that will be pretty to pretty. Let's go ahead and unveil this. Perfect! Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, of course, overfoiling here because my foil was a big piece. That's the way that I just cut it that way. But it is actually the paper you have to worry about. See? Which comes out so pretty. All right, let's go ahead and die cut this little guy right here while all of this is heating up. Let me move this aside. Oop, sorry guys, didn't mean to send you on a ride there. Let's put this right here. And right there. And now I have all of these sayings, which is so wonderful. You know, and I've showed you how to even get like one out of it. You can do that. You don't have to do the whole thing. I just thought that this paper was so dark green. I just loved it. And the gold looked so good on it. So I wanted all of them in it. Especially for the fall, right? That aside. Let's go ahead and do right over here now on the hot plate. We are on that solid hot foil plate, pretty to pretty, the whole entire sheet. And press my timer. This time I'm using the white hammer mill and I'll place it right here on top. My 2 shims. Wonderful. Let's move this aside. Let me get all these guys out here. Wow, that came out really, really nice. Now there is a little bit I see in the P's and the B, okay? And remember on my last video, we went over that just a little bit. Make sure you get a piece of tape that is very non-sticky, okay? Like stick it to your hand like that, okay? And just come across your words here. And anything that's not stuck down into the paper, because that's what it's done, it's pressed the gold foil into the paper, it will come off on here and clean that right up. Isn't that wonderful? So I think that's a fantastic little tip. Oh, we're good here now. Let me get all my friends here out the way. Which one do we need? What did I do? Hello friend. I love that hello friend. I'll look for it. Here it is. We're going to do that one, which that one foiled very well. Okay. We'll bring this back in. And now, because this is a solid hot foil plate, I'm going to run it back and forth a couple times, maybe 3 or 4, because I really want that foil to transfer up into that hammer mill cardstock. And it doesn't matter because you're on a solid plate. It's not like you're going to get any kind of drifting or anything like that because it's solid. Oh my. Look at this. Whoa! That is awesome. A little bit of non-foiling here, but that's okay. I'm going to cut it back, or I might even use this to like die cut some things out of, like for a background, especially if I'm using like my Hexi-Gems or some new things that I'm about to order. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. So let's go ahead and do our sentiments right here. Now is where the hot foil takes over. This is where you need the foil big enough to cut because you want to get a full foil, okay? So that's just kind of the way that goes, right? Let me get another piece of hammer mill right here. And we'll punch that timer. And we'll put this down. And here we go. So if you're just looking to, you know, if you're not going to use the waste foil, you have to just concern yourself with the size of the paper with the die, okay, the plate, the hot foil plate. But now where I'm using the waste, I want everything to be gold, so, you know, that's, I guess that was my thinking when I cut that piece of gold that size. See, sometimes I do this and then it's a day or so, and then I come back, wow, clean that up right away, right? I'm going to put a piece of foam on the back of this and have it ready while that's getting ready. Wonderful. Ooh, I'm stuck to it. There we go. So now we know that's ready to go. Okay. Go ahead and bring this in. Now wait till you see this. You're going to love this. And again, it's solid. So we're going to go back and forth a couple times. Because, like I say, that foil has to press up into that paper. And that's where you get, sometimes, you know, you get that underfoiling if there hasn't been enough pressure to push the foil into the paper. And every machine's different. You will learn your machine. Look how gorgeous this came. I can already tell as you can see by rolling it that many times, the foil really does press into that hammer mill. It always has a thin shim of paper. And honestly, this is my waste. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Now, I'll just go ahead and die cut this out later, and we will move on to putting our card together. So, fun, and I showed you how to use, again, that solid plate. It doesn't take a minute, you know, to get it done. And like I said, I will put those to the side and use them on another card at a later date. But I haven't wasted any supplies, and I'm ready to go, you know, which is fun. Okay, now we have to make a decision here. Oh, I really like the border. I have to say, I have all my die cuts cut, so don't worry. I've already done that. We will just be gluing things together. Got those from my envelope. That for the inside. Let's see, some pretty leaves. The little nuts, acorns, and I thought the mushroom was adorable. Nice fall card, right? That says hello friend. Okay. I just love that it's so straight. Let me look through the camera. Now see, if I was live, I would say go ahead and vote, right? So yeah, so I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it the full. This way I have one of each, okay? Yeah, that's the big decision of, if that's my big decision of the day, I've had a wonderful day, right? That's the only large decision I need to make throughout my day today. That is wonderful. Some liquid glue. These are just some circles, and they're stitched that I had, dies. And then this I'm going to pop up with foam. I cut a bunch of this before I turned the camera on so we could roll on. I did not think that was going to come out that perfect, and I don't know if I'll ever do it that perfect again, right? But luckily I was recording it when it happened. I think I'm running out of glue in that other bottle, so there we go. That's nice. Now I'm going to take this and put this in the center right here, and I'm going to take my hello friend and put it on a diagonal up here. I'm so happy with that. Very, very thrilled. Okay, let's go ahead to the inside of the card and the envelope. Here's my other one cut down. Did I show that to you? But oh yes, I did. I remember because I showed you it was, you know, it's off. So, but it's okay because it'll make a good background. Okay, so envelope, very easy peasy. I cut some of these leafy. You know, everything about this was leaf and mushrooms. There was not pumpkins or, you know, and no pumpkins. I just wanted to do these little guys. I happen to absolutely love this little mushroom right here. It's like my favorite in this whole set. So, so we're going to just glue these on to the outside of the envelope. When you do this, just make sure you add just enough glue, because, you know, of it going through the machines, and it'll stick. Let me make sure I have my flap up there, because that's happened to me, right? I honestly, guys, what I can say is what has not happened to me, knock wood, in the craft room, is a fire. And so I guess that's why when I do my wax seals, I do them in the kitchen. How funny. You know, because like my daughter and I said, if there's any people more awkward in the entire United States, it's me and her. I cannot even die. I mean, she was coming in the house the other day and she tripped up the walk. There was nothing there, but it happens to us. We're just amazing. I can't even. But it's us. I think my other daughter, the eldest one, is like, oh my word. You too. It's like you can't go out with you two. Something happens all the time. A little bit of glue on the top of those little acorns. Oh, and let me show you what I did in the craft room the other day. You see now it looks like I have a glob of stuff on the end of my wonderful tool that I love. I was, of course, glimmering my little heart out. And I don't know, I was using this tool too, and I laid it down and it rolled into a hot, and the plate was just off of the thing, and it rolled into the hot part of the plate, and it melted my little sticky tip on the end. It melted it right. It was my fault, okay? And I was like, oh my, I don't have another one of these tools and I love them. So I got this off my quick stick, you know, that putty, and I stuck it on the end, and it is working just fine. So I'm very, very, very happy with that. But I was devastated because I love that tool, and I knew I boo-booed. And then, so I go over to the computer because I knew I had a coupon that had expired 2 days ago. And so I was like, okay. There. So that's when I came up with putting the putty on the end of it and just doing the best I can. But it seems to be working quite well. So if you put your tool into a very hot foil plate. And okay, so, and I'm just saying, there's two ends, okay? I couldn't have put this part. This is just metal. And no, this had rolled right on top of it. Oh, please. I was like, oh my gosh. Because you know the way it is when you craft, there's so much stuff in front of me. You know, I mean, and you guys know, you're the same way. You craft the same way. All of a sudden, you know, I start out here like 2 tables, the desk in front of me, everything's clear. By the time I'm done, I'm in a space here that I'm lucky if I've got you know, an A2 size card. And I know you guys are the same way. It's like, I'm like, well, let me just get this. Let me put this. No, wait, I don't want that. And I don't put anything away because I might have to use it again, you know. Crack me up. But it can happen. So now this week we're going to have a massive heat wave. It's going to get up to 90. I had scheduled the pool to be closed, but I'm going to move it to the next week because I will definitely use it. So that's good. I can't believe we're already, because it seems like I just opened it. It's been very wet and rainy here in Tennessee, where a lot of you all, or in the Appalachian Mountains, I should say, because a lot of Tennessee has had a lot of heat too. You know, we've had good days, but we've had better summers. Let me say that. Let me put this inside. Oh, ha! I put that on a piece of cardstock. I didn't need to. I just needed to put the white inside. I was just going on. Oh well. Gives it more stability, right? I was just talking to you guys, just gluing things together. Let's go ahead and make my favorite little mushroom here. This is so stinking cute. So these releases this month have been fantastic, right? We've had the Halloween collection launch. This collection, we've had many beautiful Christmas collections, Yana's collection, right? Oh, and I wanted to tell you guys, it does matter how you put this, okay? Because you want your stem, see, to look accented on either side where it's kind of coming down. That's not right, okay? There's too much gray at the top there. Do you see what I'm saying? See where they are angled slightly, so the smaller part goes to the top so that you can see all of that wonderful detail that Spellbinders puts in everything. They are so pay attention to detail with their crafting, you know, with their designs. I find it amazing. Because like this is totally pay attention to detail. I think this is just the cutest little mushroom I've ever seen in my life. I just really think it's cute. And it doesn't matter what color you make it, it's going to be adorable. Let's go ahead and glue this one down. I just picked these colors because they were, you know, a darker, kind of warmer fall type color. And this die here, it has a skirt. Let me show you this in the picture. It does have one that has like a skirted die. But because I used white, I already had white skirt, so I didn't put that die on there. I didn't need another one, you know, to make the little white, like mushroom cap. This little guy here, so sweet. We put our little acorns. And I'm just going to make it like they're falling out of the tree. Almost like that this is the ground. And we've got mushrooms and acorns. And then the leaves are kind of, you know, falling around them. In just a second they will be. So just a lot of mixture of different product here too, guys. Get into your product. See what you have. I love that you all order from me. I really, really do. That means the world to me because I wasn't sure how this was going to take off for me or not. These stems are too long, so I'm going to give them a little snip. So I really do appreciate it. Now, just some foam tape or foam adhesive. It's not tape. I guess it is tape, right? Does it matter? No. Just as long as it sticks, right? Put that one in here, just like that. And then we're going to use this, and I'll bring this one in. You might want to lift that up just a little bit. Let that stem, come on guys, let this guy in here. Well, we could always cut that off too, right? And there we go. Just like that. Now let's put the 2 on the top, and we've got it, except for I used a little sequins. I found some ambered color sequins in my drawer, so I thought that looked good. And you can do, of course, you can do your leaves any way you want. If you love fall and love to decorate, you know, send cards out. Maybe somebody has a birthday. Instead of a hello friend, this is fantastic. Watch this. Hello friend, now it's a happy birthday. Okay? And yeah, so, you know, just easy. A really, really nice fall card. This one's too long. So, you know, you could just change anything, you know, change it to anything, even get well, if you wanted to. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to come off of my card here with my leaf, remember, okay? Because it has to fit in the envelope. Isn't that adorable? Let me get these sequins real quick. I just found these in my drawer. And this just gives it a little something something there in the center. Just like that. Hey, we got it. Here is our card for today. Thank you so much for watching and ordering. I really appreciate it. And I just love this fall collection. Isn't that fun? With just a little glimmer behind it. And you would never know that this is a Christmas glimmer. It's so geometric. I think it looks fantastic. All right, guys, here's our video for today, and I will see you next time. Thanks again.